Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And y'all know I love helping the women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. Good morning and welcome to the Inspired Goddess Morning Circle and Chat. How are y'all doing? Of course, we got the Queen Eileen up in the crib. Peace. How you doing, Eileen? Good to see you. And we have Natasha. Good morning. I understand. No problem. That's awesome. You are at work. You doing what you got to do, mama. As we say oftentimes in the Black community, you want to get those coins. Buenos dias. How are you, goddess? La Reina Courtney. I know just a tinge of Spanish, Courtney. All right. Okay, let me turn this music down just a little bit. So happy to be here. Facebook people won't be here because I logged on late. And if you log on after 10 minutes of your listed start time, Facebook is like, not today, boo. Not today. Not on Facebook. You're not gonna be streaming today. Let's see here. Good morning, Latasha. How is everybody doing? Yes, good morning. Good morning. All the goddesses welcoming one another. We just want to give thanks for being here today. Being alive another day in the space-time continuum. Man, I feel like I have so much to say, but I don't want to overwhelm folks. So I'll probably have to kind of come on, a little bit at a time and let y'all know what's coming to me. But today what I want to do is I want to focus on giving some wisdom for this week. I'm a little bit late. Give a little bit of wisdom for this week. Let's just do a little bit of, I think it's important for us to ground down in our bodies. I am extremely political, but I suck at talking politics. I'm not going to talk politics, but I'm not going to act like last week didn't happen with because it has shook me. I don't know how it has made some other people feel, but for me, it shook me. Will it affect my life directly? No, because, I'm past that time. I'm even in menopause. Even though I told my husband, honey, we're not playing around yet. Because I heard of menopause babies. But it's bigger than, it's attack on the feminine as I see it, which does matter to this community. Because this community is about the divine feminine. It is about women, rising up in our power. And so I do see it as an attack on the feminine and, just human rights in general. However, what I want us to do is I like creating spaces where we can come and feel safe. I'm not going to lie. I'm a getaway kind of chick. I'm a Pisces. So I want to help y'all to feel like y'all having a little bit of a getaway. And then everyone has a lot going on in their lives in general. We need a soft place to land. And that's what I want to be here for you all. Okay. So let's see here. Who else is here? Greetings to the goddess Felicia. Welcome. Welcome. We miss you, Natasha. Okay. So let's go ahead and just start out with just a little bit of breath work, as we go throughout. So, okay, let me drink just a little bit, y'all. Bring your drink. This is our morning gathering. So, you always need a drink. I don't drink coffee anymore. My body was like, no more for you. Drink coffee and we're going to make you go to sleep, girl. But I do have a morning beverage. So do y'all have a morning beverage? Let's sip and chat and breathe and meditate. You know what I might start doing? I've been getting so many mugs when I join whatever program. I need to start drinking, out of some of these lovely mugs. Okay. So let's remember that, with as much going on that's going on, we want to make sure we're grounding ourselves into our bodies. Um, I'm just being 100 with you all. I'm on this path of better understanding how do I talk to women about this work that we have to do in terms of this healing work that is necessary for stepping fully into our power. And so I'm learning or remembering quite a bit from like when I was actively involved in helping with initiations with my godmother. And something that was said that I listened to yesterday, I thought was interesting. There's this book, something about the hero's journey. I have not read it. Read it. A woman read it. She created the heroine's journey. And the thing about the hero's journey is the descent up. The masculine is about going up that mountain and achieving. But the feminine part of the journey, it includes that, but it also is more about grounding down into the body, going down deeper. One of the things that we talk about is the mysteries are in the darkness, right? When we think about the womb, the women's wombs, babies that are in the women's womb, they're in that darkness, right? When we think about seeds planted into the soil so that they can grow. It's down into the darkness. You go down. And so part of the feminine way is grounding down in the body. And so breath work is so important. And during this time, sisters, I just want to encourage us all. I want to encourage you, and I want you to make sure you're out encouraging other people. We must give people hope right now. Um, There's a lot that is coming down the pipeline, and it will feel, to a certain degree, shocking. Some of it may feel scary, just like last week, and that wasn't even the only shocking um, decision that came out of the courts um, last week. There was 2 days where I was just like, "What the hell is going on in this country?" And of course, I was like, "That damn Pluto return." Um, but sisters, like there's something I want to talk about with y'all for next month. And then I keep thinking about next year when Pluto moves into um Aquarius and when um Saturn moves into Pisces. That's like within the same week. See, astrological energy, especially with these slower planets, it just creates so much. It really creates huge effects. And when we're talking about planets like Uranus, which we have something coming up next month with Uranus, or Saturn. Like Saturn's been in Aquarius since the end of 2021. It will not move out. No, since the end of 2020. And it won't move out until next year. It's been in one sign since late 2020. And so when they start moving into different areas or moving into a new sign, it shakes all of society. And so we've had so much happening, but we were born for such a time as this, dear sisters. Okay. I want y'all to remember that our being here is because we bring a specific medicine to the world because we are the future ancestors. We are the ones who are writing history, WRITING, just to make sure my Mississippi accent don't throw anybody off. We are writing history as we speak. The ones that we read about who made it through the Great Depression, who made it through, what it took to get Black folks free in this country, who made it through, what for the best, for better or worse, the conception of this country. We are the ones who they're going to be looking back to. We are writing history as we speak, as we sit here and be. And so it is important for us to understand that times will look scary. Times will look uncertain. We will look back. I have done this already and be like, damn, I thought that was bad. I thought that was bad back then. If I could just get back to the 90s, I thought it was a lot of mess going on. Oh my gosh. I was around when all that was going on with Rodney King. Um, but you know what? I just tell myself, I'm here for a purpose. I am here for my part to contribute to whatever is going down in this nation that I live in, and for anyone who lives some other place in that nation where you are. Okay? I'm not mad at nobody who decides they're going to move to another country. If you do that, I'm happy for you. Because I also kind of feel like, I've been watching people for a long time who are born in countries that are very problematic in whatever way. And they just pick up and go live wherever they want to. I'm not mad at people for doing that. Doesn't matter. You are writing history right now. Okay. You got to follow your heart. But I do want us to really ground down into our bodies. Hey, Paulette, welcome. Yes. Yes. Is Virgo Bliss here? Hey, Bliss, welcome. Bonjour to Diza. Buenos dias, Paulette. Glad you're here. You know what? I love that. I think one of the things that I plan on doing is having moments where we come together and, we anchor the energy and do some spiritual work. So I think, one of the things that I think is so important is you can burn your Palo Santo for you, and you can send a message to the universe and let the universe know, I am burning this Palo Santo to affect the space-time continuum, especially here in the United States or wherever you live. I'm here in the US, so that we got a lot going on over here. So you'll hear me talking about my country quite a bit. Um, but yeah, like sometimes I do things and it feels like it doesn't matter. But like for instance, me coming on, I'll say, I'm coming on and I'm letting the universe know we women are serious about our healing and stepping into our power and unleashing our gifts in the world. And if my contribution in this, because I want the universe to amplify it, is I will come on live and do my part, right? So burn your Palo Santo for whatever we feel like needs to be cast out. Let me just do this real quickly. If we all would just take a deep breath in, inhale. And a long, slow, deep breath out. This is us grounding into the moment. Inhale and exhale. Ground down into your body, feeling yourself coming more and more into our sister circle right here. Inhale. Exhale, long, slow, deep breath out. Whoa, greetings to all the hashtag replay sisters, acknowledging you, stitching you into our circle. And I also envision that we are surrounded by powerful feminine energies. It could be the goddesses. Drop right now, drop the name of the goddess that you're currently working with the most. Of course, I'm going to speak to Yemoja. She is my Orisha. That is the goddess that I am most working with right now. Let's take a deep breath in. Inhale. Long, slow, deep breath out, honoring the ancient mothers, my guides. They are powerful, um, feminine energies that sit in council with us here in the feminine in the world. They are here to wake us up to our feminine power. They are energetic spiritual midwives. Our ancestral mothers. Wow. I just have a whole new respect. I have a whole new respect for our ancestral mothers. Whether your mother's here now or on the other side, grandmother, great grandmother, great great grandmother, great 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 grandmother, great 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 grandmother. All y'all, even on further back, I honor your wombs. Me and the sisters, we honor your wombs. We thank you for living. We're standing on your shoulders. And we know this is our time to fight for the feminine energy that we embody so beautifully, to protect it, to express it, to walk in it, however that looks for each one of us. But we stand on your shoulders. We send you light and love. We send the healing that we effect in our own wombs, the healing that we effect in Mother Earth. We send that back to your wombs, to your souls for your healing. And we just give thanks for all the feminine ancestors. I would also like to ask you all to drop in the comments. If you want, drop one of your own personal blood ancestors' names as one of your chief ancestors who, is part of your wisdom team, as well as one of the great ancestors of the world. I always call on Harriet Tubman. She's like one of my favorites. Of course, my mother is Lily. We thank you. We stand on your shoulders, and we know that you are lighting the path forward. We know that y'all didn't live for us to be here feeling like we don't have power. Y'all lived, you did what you had to do, and we stand on your shoulders and we stand in your power that you have imbued within us, and we stand in our own personal power. We know that this is our time. We see it as our time, our opportunity. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And yeah, may the only thing that happened today be for our highest and greatest good. Harakuti Ogun, I'm calling you to surround us and protect us as we work our magic and share wisdom and get whatever healing that we need to help us get through the next week. Also, to our masculine ancestors who are here for us and whose shoulders we stand on, because it's a lot of good men out there. We ask that you just stand and guard the door and imbue us with, the positive masculine energy that you have, given to us, whether we know you by name or not. There any dark deceased ancestors around us, you cannot stay. We send you on your way with light and love towards your healing, but you cannot stay here. Any dark energies, you are banished, you are banned, you cannot be here. And I also call on the wisdom of the moon, the energy of Cancer. We're still in new moon energy. What wisdom do you have for us, dear Mama Moon? And we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh. Okay, let's see here. I think what I'm going to do is just going ahead and do the mindfulness practice really quickly. That way we can just feel that grounding and then move ourselves into having a discussion. I'm looking for um, just things to talk about because I want us just to constantly have that wisdom and stay encouraged. It's just so much going on, so much to come. Oh, Jamila's here. Okay, let me see here. Okay, Paulette. Good morning, Jamila. Good morning, Sunspot Radio. Greetings. Yeah, Diza, a lot of us are looking at glad to have you. Um, I think that it's just important. If you don't like living in the United States, move. I Eileen, I know you watch this lady with me. What's her name? Is it Stephanie? There's some woman who talks about Black women relocating, and I know not everyone here is necessarily a Black woman, but women of color, 40 plus women, or late 30s, 40 plus women. All of us, we just need to make a choice about where we're going to live and go do that. Okay. I feel like I have a little fight in me. And I do want to get away at times too. But right now I'm just ticked. My progressed moon is in Aries, and so I was like, wow, this is a different reaction for me. I just feel like I want to fight, but I want to fight through women's empowerment. That's what I want to fight for or through. I want all of us to walk in our power. It's in me. I can't think anything else other than the more we walk in our power, the more this world will have to conform and comply with what we say, right? So, woman up, ovary up, baby. Let's do this. Oh, okay. We got a lot of Kali or yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm tiptoeing here, baby. We got the terrible goddess, the chrome mother goddess. Okay, we honor you. We honor you. Oh yeah, Kali Ma. Good morning, Cora. Good morning. Oh, is it today? Oh, we honor your paternal grandma, Diza. Oh, you said this very day. So we just hold you, Diza. Oh, we just give thanks that she is a part of your ancestral dream team. We give thanks. We give thanks for her life so that you are here, Diza. You came through her womb. Okay, so Grandma Lucy. Ooh, ain't none like Grandma Lucy. Ain't none like Grandma Lucy. Renee, Henri, Aurore, Modoc. I'm sorry if I made that or did not pronounce that name too well. That is a beautiful name. So we got a lot of people working with Oya Kalima. Interesting. Victoria. Oh, I love all these names. Yes, we honor the women. I feel so charged right now. We will say their names. Grandma Laverne. I love that name. Listen to that. Grandma Laverne. Okay. Here we got Grandma Shirley. Grandma Z. Mm-mm-mm. Great grandmother Victoria. Wait a minute. I lost it, Felicia. Hold on. Peg's here. Hey, Peg. Abuela Lan. Oh, we honor you, Abuela. Mm-mm-mm. Greetings, Peg. Oh, thank y'all for just greeting one another. I love that. Grandma Marie Simone Camille Dulio. I love the names out of the Caribbean so much. Stephanie Perry, that's it. Yeah, I love her work. I don't watch all of her videos, but I do follow her, and you know, I keep telling my husband, "I'm listening to this lady. I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to create this exit plan. I'll never give up my U.S. citizenship. My ancestors fought too hard for it. They can forget about that. I will always be a U.S. citizen." Mhm. Mhm. Yep, that's her. Mhm. Got that right, Felicia. Oh, you gonna dance with me one day. I am in my I finally have myself slowed down enough that I'm gonna finally do what I've been talking about doing all this time, but bring myself to have like a monthly dance party inside of my the Inspired Goddess community platform that is my group. It's not on Facebook. If y'all want to get in, let me know and I'll post a link for you to join. But yeah, I want to start doing at least dancing on Zoom because you can't really dance too much here. But I'm serious. One day I do want to meet you all in person and have a retreat of some sort. Or come to Nashville. If you come to Nashville, give me enough time because folks just be giving me like one day. Give me enough time and I will meet you. I have a studio I can just go to. Uh, wait a minute, where are we? Because when I get a new thing, yes. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Your grandma was 102? Whoa, that's amazing. Hello, Tokara Rouse. Welcome. Okay. We have someone who is new. So welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. Thank you for joining us. This is a lovely, lovely community. And yeah, you'll feel like you fit in, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you all. I'm late, but oh yeah, for sure. I asked, what goddess are you working with currently? Because we got well, all the goddesses, like, we've been waiting for y'all to get activated. We've been here. But I bet you our ears are open. Like, what you say, mama? All right, that's what I'm about to do. Ah, okay. Aurora. I was wondering about that E. Thank you for my lessons. I love my lessons so much. Thank y'all for welcoming our new sister. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Me and Peg and her ancestors. Grandmother Evangie and Grandmother Tennessee. Good African American names, baby. Grandma Evangie and Grandma Tennessee. Girl, that's what's up. That is what's up. Okay. Let me pull that up right quick. Uh, yes, join us inside the Inspired Goddess community. That's where I connect with you all in between. And you'll see a lot of the goddesses. Oh, here we go. A lot of the sisters who are here, well, not a lot, but several of the sisters here are in the community. I just dropped the link, Bliss, into the comments. And if y'all come in, don't be lurkers. I don't want lurkers. I want people who want community. I'm gonna say that real, like, at the door. And I'm not talking to you necessarily, Bliss. It's just like, I paid to have this platform because I don't want to be on Facebook. But I do want people to be active. Okay, let me see here. Who else? Dance is so therapeutic. Yes. Yeah, I am really gonna get us on Zoom. Now I'm probably gonna do it just once a month because I've taught dance for so long. I don't want to teach all the time, or I don't want to get on. I probably will kind of like give us stuff to do. But if we just want to freestyle, we can. We can freestyle and sip on you know, I don't drink liquor, but I'll sip on some water or some energy drink. Y'all are the best. I love y'all so much. Okay. Yes, you're welcome. Glad you feel the love. What happened, Felicia? Even if all you do, Queen, is just like the post or whatever, that's fine. But I want to chat. I like, if it's something y'all want to talk about, let me know. But and I thought you were in there. I kept thinking, I think this is her. But it's safe. It's very safe. I will kick anybody out that creates strife or whatever, but I've been so picky about who comes in that it's y'all here essentially. Oh, I met somebody here already. Let me see who is here. Natasha's here. Yay, Natasha's here. Wonderful. Okay, let me go on ahead. We're gonna do just a really quick um mindfulness practice. And then what we're gonna do is severe storms for hours, lots of lightning and thunder and rain. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of well, the nature has already been speaking to us about all of this, already been speaking and saying what's okay, what's not okay. And, you know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Part of the reason I am just like I am accepting my responsibility as how I've contributed to what is going on. I think that's really important is what is my part in this? Because when we accept responsibility for what is showing up in our world, then it means that we have the power within us to make a change. House on Neville. There's a part of me. I remember years ago, I used to like argue with people about like how folks are just messing up Mother Earth and people don't respect the earth. And this one guy said to me, do you really think that humans are gonna outdo, outwit, outlast, outplay Mother Earth? If you think that, you've got another thought coming because this earth has been here for so long. Like we don't even have it's hard for us to even wrap our mind around because the life of a human is just so short compared to this planet. So short. This earth has its own internal wisdom, just like we have our own internal wisdom. This is not some helpless being. The earth has its own karma. It has its own destiny, and will it will do what it needs to do to bring itself back into balance. And so, with that, I was like, you know what? Let me just make sure I continue to take care of my part. If I feel like I do things like sometimes I throw stuff away, I am an avid rabbit recyclist. You can ask my family. They're like, you are ridiculous when it comes to recycling. I will bring stuff if we drive someplace, I will bring stuff back on vacation. I will bring stuff back from vacation if I can't find a recycle place. I sure will. I will bring stuff from your house. If you don't recycle, I will just take anything that I can recycle and I'll put it in my bag, my purse. I don't care what it is. It will come with me and it will go in my recycle. Um, but yeah, I just think to myself, all this time Earth has survived humans. It'll be okay. And I honestly believe it's going to be some ingenious plan. I can't believe the universe didn't already know that last Friday was going to happen or last Thursday was going to happen. I'm talking about the United States. We had two very problematic decisions come down from the highest court that decrease protections for individual citizens in the nation of alleged independence, which Black folks here and I guess women, I don't know which women, but Black folks, people of color, you know, we've always had a problem with July 4th. That's not been a day that's been like super patriotic for the majority of us. Um, and so, but I'm like, you know what? In my mind, first of all, I see that there is a wise council of uh, ancestors. And make no mistake about it, they meet in Leo season. Leo season is when the council comes together. I don't even know if it's just the ones who have once here lived or if it even goes out a little bit further to like our astral ancestors or stellar ancestors. Anyway, they get together. And this is a time that is planned. Now, we all get to choose how we're going to show up and what we're going to think and what stories we're going to tell ourselves about what's going on. But make no mistake about it, I've seen for years the between Mother Earth and this council of ancestors that are guiding us. You know, there is a plan, there is a path that's being laid out before us. It's levels of leadership, I guess, that we're dealing with. And my leadership does not stop with the Supreme Court of the United States. It does not stop at the President of the United States. It goes way beyond that. It goes beyond, it goes up to the ancestors. It goes out to Mother Earth. There's this infinite power in the universe that it's like this thing is it is its own it's like responsible for all of it. And a lot of what's happening with this infinite power is this reading our energy. It's like, okay, does she want to be empowered or does she want to be disempowered? Does she want to live her destiny or doesn't she want to live her destiny? Oh, she want to live her destiny? Well, okay, this is what's going to come up in order to make sure this happens. And not everything that comes up, like destiny, sometimes it's beautiful, but it involves something that feels uncomfortable. Destiny don't always feel happy, but it feels purposeful, you know? Destiny don't always feel like this, yeah, this is what I signed up for. I'm like so blissed out, like, oh my gosh. We do deserve that. But I perceive destiny right now is just me like, I know what I'm here for. And I'm effing gonna show up and do it. That's just how I see it right now, y'all. I was telling a friend, I don't know when my last day is, but I tell you what, while I'm here in this physical form, I'm giving my all. I'm give I am gonna express this destiny no matter what. Somebody is dependent on me to do this. This is my part of the legacy. This is my part of the legacy. And I must express it because it's like a relay race. There's somebody coming down the path from where I am that's like, girl, I'm standing here. You know how we be watching them in the Olympics, the sisters, they got on those little tights. They all muscular. They've been practicing this relay and handing that baton off, baby. It's an art. You can't just hand it off, baby. We got to practice this thing, right? But everybody has to be doing the work. Everybody has to be running a part of the leg. Hand it off. That's just how I see this time is calling me to be. It's calling all of us. Walk in your destiny. I was thinking this morning, I was going to tell y'all, 2022 made me say, I may as well go on ahead and do what the hell I want to do. Everything is just like the whole world. It's just like shook. Whole world reset. We in the midst of that, continuing. And so that's just how I feel right now. I may as well do what I want to do. I may as well say what I want to say. Show up in the world the way I want to show up in the world. And this is my message to you all. This is our time. And there is no one thing that is in effect other than the highest wisdom of the universe. But it is reading our energy. It is asking, do you want to walk in your power? Don't you want to walk in your power? Do you want to manifest abundance? Don't you want to manifest abundance? Do you want health in your body or don't you? Do you care about your neighbor? Don't you care about your neighbor? It is reading our energy. That's why I was like, get up. If you are like, you know what? I will smudge in my house, but the United States or Martinique or wherever we are, some something is a foul here. I'm a smudge. This smudge may not go all the way out across the United States, but this is what it's representing. I'm smudging the US. I'm smudging Martinique. All right. The universe is like, all right. Goddess is like saying, we need to get some stuff cleared up out of here. Then we're gonna have to respect the process. We're gonna have to respect the process. But the more we ground ourselves into our bodies, and the more we trust our inner knowingness, the more we trust our life, we are here for a reason. And we must send this message out to the young people. You are here for a reason. You were born for such a time as this. Yes, it's an issue. And it looks like it's all of our fault. But you know what? It's just this big plan. It's everybody's fault. Everybody needs to just figure out what they're going to do, is how I say it. Yeah, respect the process. Respect the process. That's the thing that I think. And how do we respect the process? I honestly believe that the more, how we talk about in the Orisha tradition out of Nigeria, when you study nature, It teaches you everything you need to know. It teaches you everything you need to know. And, so maybe that's something that I suggest to you all. Maybe we need to get out into nature more. We don't see the trees crying. We don't see the grass crying. The grass here in Tennessee, as a few days ago, was like, the earth was looking all hard. And I'm like, it looks like it's fall here because the leaves are starting to change. They just became green, and it's just all lush here. We didn't have rain for like 2 weeks, and it was just like all tight and shriveled up. And I ain't see the earth crying. I didn't see the grass or the trees. When the food is short, you don't see the birds crying. Birds are like, you know what? I'm just gonna trust the infinite wisdom. But our gift as being in this human form is this ability to make up stories. That's part of our unique, that's what makes us human. Part of what makes us human is our ability to make up stories. It's a great thing. It's a very beautiful thing. We can make up stories of prosperity and abundance. We can make up stories of pain and wounding. It doesn't matter. It's all beautiful because it's our creation. We came here to create, right? And so where we need to lean on nature is how nature and animals and trees and the sky and earth, it has it doesn't have those stories. So it's able to allow the wisdom of the universe. It will just trust the process of the seasons, of the moment. It doesn't, the nature doesn't like, oh my gosh. No, nature is like, okay, which way do I go? I trust the infinite wisdom. That infinite wisdom is within us, but the story that we make about that infinite wisdom, that's what dictates what shows up in our lives. Okay. And so the other thing I really want to impress upon you all is the importance of saying, I'm MFing gonna have a good life no matter what. I'm gonna enjoy my life. I don't know when I'm gonna die. So right now in this moment, it's a good moment for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting right here at this little desk with my microphone and headphones, and I'm talking to some of the most beautiful women on the face of the planet. My life right now in this moment is good, and I appreciate it. And I say, bring more of that. So it's the same thing. Yeah, I want the universe to understand I'm not sitting down and I'm going to fight. And I want the universe to understand when I want some sleep, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I'm going to make my contribution. I'm going to feel good about my contribution. But my other contribution is I'm taking care of myself. I am gonna enjoy my life. I don't know when I'm dying. And I'm not gonna die up out of here just in despair. That's to a certain degree what the negative energies want for us. Whatever the powers that be that's creating this game of challenge, it's like, yeah, make her sit down, make her feel disempowered. Right? Me and this headset. Mm. But I can't not listen to myself now. I'm so used to hearing myself speak. It helps me to keep my volume together. Um, so yeah, it's really important for us to make sure that what do you want for your life? Do you want a relationship? Do you want more money? Do you want, to feel more satisfied in your career? Do you want to move? Do you want more travel? Do you want a new house? Do you want a new car? I don't care what it is. What do you want? Manifest it. That's part of your job right now too. Okay. Mm, 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 mhm. Wow. Aw, Diza. Mhm. Yeah, you do what you gotta do to protect yourself, like, that's okay, Diza. I'm telling you, it's okay. When we watch nature, it's just part of it. It's energy. That's something I think is really important, if you have to kill a centipede or a spider for some like for me, spiders are a deal breaker. I'm gonna try to catch you in a cup and put you out, but if I can't, or mosquitoes, dying. If I see a mosquito, you gone. Okay, because I can't take it. If I'm outside, I'm trying to swat, but it's all just energy and we make up stories about all of it. And my thing is just as long as I have compassion, that's what matters the most. Yeah. She's gonna reset. I love that. I love that, Natasha. Mm. Yeah, I love that question, Felicia. Hmm. Yes, I love that you're saying, I love this trying to balance releasing and feeling. So, and acceptance. So let's just go on ahead. Well, part of that is have to take, um, we have to take, uh, okay. Oh, I thought I had something different. We have to take, tell me if y'all can hear that music. um, Time to do spiritual practices, which is where this is what I drill down in is spiritual work, spiritual work, spiritual work, spiritual practice over and over and over and over, day in and day out, whether you want to do it or not. If you don't want to do what you typically do, find something else to do, right? In spiritual practice, you have to figure out what that means for you. Okay. So let's just do a little bit of mindfulness for anxiety and stress. Let me see if you no music. Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on one second. Tell me now, can y'all hear it? Yes, Eileen. You can tell Eileen is one of my ride or die. The goddess centered lifestyle. Asheo. Hey y'all, we're gonna hold this energy for Natasha. Natasha's going to Panama this year. Girl, Natasha, I so badly wanna go with you. Uh, Thank you, Felicia. Yeah, it's, hey, Shamika. It's this particular speaker. Actually, I said I was gonna check and see, can I use earplugs for this particular, speaker, and just use this for, like, when I make my hypnosis tracks. Okay, good. So y'all can hear the music, or you can't hear the music? Tell me if y'all can hear it or not, because 'cause I'm getting lost in the comments. Okay, whether we can hear or not, this music calms my soul. Okay, so let's just go on ahead and if you would, find a comfortable seated position. If you don't already have one, sit back, relax, and let's do this practice so that we can get more grounded, even more relaxed. S- Part of the releasing. Let me see how Jamila said it. Part of the releasing and acceptance and feeling is about taking that time to tune into our body. and into the now moment, into our senses, okay? And so, again, taking another few deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale. I just want you to remember right now in this moment, you are safe. You're safe to feel. You're safe to be. You are safe to just allow whatever needs to be with you right now. All right. Allow yourself to let go of any stress you've been feeling. So let's just tune in a little bit more. Let go of any tension in your shoulders. Just relax. Let go of any tension in your jaw. Allow your breath to continue at a normal pace. And just bring your awareness to what it feels like to breathe right now. I want you to just receive the thought that the present moment is a safe moment. It's safe to stay anchored into right now. Continuing to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Just notice what it feels like to breathe. Tune into what you're feeling as you breathe and just place your awareness there. You might feel it most in the rise and fall of your abdomen. You may feel it in your nostrils. Wherever that sensation is the clearest, place your focus right there. Inhale and exhale. And experience the in between each breath. And if you notice that your mind is wandering, maybe you could just even say the words. Inhale and exhale in your mind. We also want to make sure that in all our spiritual practices, we bring in non-judgment. Just be with yourself as the perfection that you are. Inhale and exhale. Mindfulness is one of the best things that we can do when times are rough. Just take a moment to tune in to your breath. Tune into your body. Just be with yourself. Inhale and exhale. Here's a thought. Observe each breath as though it's the first breath you've ever taken. We give thanks for our breath, for we often kind of take advantage of the fact that we're going to breathe. This is a moment of gratitude for the breath, for your life. Now just place your attention on your breath in this present moment and simply notice what it feels like to breathe in this present moment. Allow yourself to explore this moment, to be curious about this moment, to allow your breath to open up the doorway to this moment. And just take a moment to notice how you feel in your body. And just take a moment to feel this feeling of presence. Take a moment to experience it, to notice what it feels like to be present in your beautiful body. We give thanks. We give thanks for now, for you, for this moment, for the wisdom that this moment holds, for the comfort, and for the opportunity that this one moment holds for you. And as we begin to come to an end in this meditation, I want you to offer yourself a little gratitude for taking the time to be present and to carry this feeling of presence with you as you go out into your day. May you be present. May you be peaceful. May you be gentle on yourself today. Taking a deep breath in, inhale, and exhale. When you're ready, go on ahead and open your eyes. I may not have been able to hear that music, but it helped me to relax. But I stopped it just in case. So I hope that was really, really good. I tell you what, I feel better because my fire has been ignited over here. Ah, yes, I get that, Tisa. Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't meet or miss anything. Okay. Okay. So, yes, relax, Felicia. That's right. I don't know what that emoji is, but I like it. So, yeah, let's just take a moment to look at what do I see this week. And I want to start talking about I want to start talking about um next month. Okay. So here we are in June. We're in the last week of June. Congratulations. You made it through the first 6 months of 2022. Um, I don't know. I remember when I had my inner circle, I would say to them, y'all the real MVPs to make it month after month when I would do these readings. Um, especially in 2020. That's how I feel about us. 2021. Oh my gosh. We were the real MVPs. It was one hard aspect that whole year, and it was no joke. And we're still dealing with it because those planets are still, they're not interacting the same way, but they are definitely still at play. And that would be Saturn and Uranus. So this week, we've had our new moon in Cancer. How was that new moon for you all? Yesterday, I woke up and lit my candles. I like candles, probably just sharing my thoughts about ways to work with the energy. I'll light a candle. I didn't have like one of the longer burning candles. Um, so this candle, a few hours or whatever, but I'll light them every day. Typically we have about 4 days for the new moon or the full moon. And so all 4 days I do my best, which I light candles all the time, but I'll light one specifically for the new moon, just to let the universe know I'm working with this energy and, to add energy and ashe or life force energy to my manifesting intentions or my intentions. Definitely wrote out my intentions. I revisited my 2022 intentions. And I did my best to do things that would help me to either anchor, because I think it's important to grab the energy and bring it down into your life. Like you want to, like, I guess I kind of see it as when we think about what are those little things where the little children, stained glass. I see it as stained glass. And I create the stained glass, and then the energy of the new moon will come down into that stained glass so that we can manifest it. I don't know what's going on with my dog outside. Somebody got my dog going up. Okay. So I totally missed this. Neptune is retrograde now in so Neptune retrograde, that could have something to do with water. Typically it's the ocean, but this Neptune retrograde, when Felicia talked about getting all that rain, it could bring a lot of water. It could bring flooding. Um, it's in Pisces. So yeah, it could bring more Piscean things. And that's part of the reason why I'm like, yeah, we really got to be cautious with ourselves. If you're struggling, reach out and ask somebody for some help. Even if you got to go to a stranger, if you got to go to the mental health hospital, if you got to pick up the phone and call whatever organization helps people who feel like they mentally on the edge, get help. And then encourage people, young people in your life. Like, don't take everybody's, no matter how dramatic we think they are, how many, mental health, fake stunts we think somebody has pulled off. It's important for us to kind of take things seriously, and also to have compassion for people who are checked out. We've had a lot going on in Pisces, and that can cause people to want to check out, like through drugs, through just despondency in general. So Neptune is going to retrograde, which means that it's bringing back some lessons that perhaps we need to revisit. Let's see how far. I think it's the street cleaners out there because my dog is doing the most right now. Where is this thing? Oh, here we go. So Neptune has been on the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. Okay. So it's going to go back at least over those degrees. So we can think back for sure back to the top of this year. Let's see if it's going to get back to. Man, do you have something on the 26th or the 28th degree? Because, wow. Let me tell you, I've lived this transit 2020, 2021. I have lived with a Neptune transit. Let me tell you, if you have something on in Pisces or Virgo for sure, Gemini and Sag at the 25th through the 28th degree, but especially if it's like 26 to, I would even say 24. This is something you got to respect this transit, y'all. So it's going to go back to the 26th degree. So whatever was going on in January, you really got to go back to that Pisces house and look at what was going on in January. Who has something? Do you know what you have in your chart? Uh, in Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Gemini. Now, the other thing, and the thing about Neptune is it will make stuff dissolve. And what it does is it refines a thing. So you want to look at, do you have something in one of those houses that around those degrees? I'm going to say 24 to, let's see here, 28, 30. Okay. Mm, yeah. It's interesting that Neptune is sextiling Pluto, or Pluto is sextiling. Yeah, they're sextiling each other. I didn't realize they were so, like, close in degree. So, it's really about spiritual power because Neptune is spirituality, Pluto is power. But it is this energy of transformation, which I see why so many people are saying, Oya Kali, Kali Ma, because this is really what we're dealing with right now in the United States, Neptune. But Neptune is, all about that power. Now it's in Capricorn. So I think it's important for us all to think about, you know, how do we express our power in the physical? But it's understanding that our power comes from the spiritual. That's the Neptune part. Okay. But you want to look back in the last 6 months. Trust me, Neptune is getting ready to make us all revisit some lesson. And it's about refining what needs to be refined in your life. So, like, for instance, for the Aries, it's sun, moon, or ascendant. I say look at it all. For the Aries, it's something that needs to be refined in your subconscious mind. Maybe you have something down there and that's hidden, and you've been working on, like, loosening up its power in your life. So you want to work on that, or it could be you need to refine your spiritual practices. For Taurus, this would be refining your goals, refining the groups that you are part of. Like, one thing that I remember doing is saying, okay, which of these business groups do I get the most from? The rest, I'm gonna have to let them just fall by the wayside. So I just started looking at which ones help me the best. Stop just being a part of all the business groups. No, I need to have some standards and figure out which one, like refine my process for what are my standards for groups that I'm gonna be a part of. For Gemini, also for Taurus, let me say this really quickly. Something being refined regarding how you make your money. For Gemini, this would be something needs to be refined in your career. Okay, let me just go back. I'm just going to talk about Neptune. It'll be easier. Yeah, something needs to be refined in your career, or like maybe you've been working to be known as something, but you haven't exactly like really accepted, because a lot of times we'll kind of be like, well, I'm gonna dance on the outside and I don't want to like go all in, because then, maybe I'm gonna get judged, or maybe people are gonna see me. No, Gemini, you need to go all in and refine. What do people know you for? What's your reputation? Refine it, or refine something regarding career. Okay. For Cancer, it's gonna be, you need to refine like your paradigm of the world, how you see the world. You need to refine your vision for your life. Maybe you need to refine, you've been writing something and it needs to be refined, or, this house has to do with expansion. And so maybe you need to be refined in order for you to expand and grow. Maybe the way you thought you're supposed to grow, Cancer, is not really the way you're supposed to grow. You got to let Neptune lead, God, and direct you. Because y'all, look, let me tell y'all something. The thing about Neptune is, um, it is about, dang, I lost my train of thought adjusting this thing. But anywho, the thing about Neptune is you really and truly have to trust. This is what I was going to say. You have to trust the infinite wisdom of the universe. You have to trust the infinite intelligence, because it's coming from a non-seen place. Okay. So if I start sounding crazy, I need y'all to tell me, because one time I did this and y'all weren't on and the sound got messed up. So y'all need to tell me immediately if the sound starts messing up. Okay, for Leo, this is going to be, um it's refining yourself so that you can get healing in your wounds. Healing, refining your self-care practices. Refining what needs to be healed that you haven't been working on getting healed, Leo. If you're a Leo moon, because I know a lot of times I meet a lot of Leo moons, like what needs to be refined in your emotions, right? So refining that way, refining conversations around shared resources, refining your relationship with shared resources, which would be through a partnership of some sort. Refining your creativity, refining yourself so that you can express your creativity, Leo. Virgo, refining your relationships. Refining yourself by allowing yourself to be supported, Virgo. Virgos are notorious for helping everybody else. And now you are going to have to say, no, somebody going to help me up in this piece. I also say, Virgos, you are supreme coaches, but allow yourself to be coached, or something that I mentioned the other day is like, do you need somebody to do you, instead of going grocery shopping, order your groceries and just go pick them up, or like small little things like that, I think are really important for Virgo. And refining balance, because this is happening in the 7th house for Virgo. And so Virgos need to be like, okay, what is really balance in my life? Refine that definition of balance and then bring that balance into your life, Virgo. For Libras, this is the 6th house, refining your lifestyle. Even though Libras are about beauty, Libra is the sign of balance. And so, your lifestyle matters, Libra. And I don't know. I notice a lot of Libras, because Pisces is on the 6th house. I think some Libras really struggle with taking care of themselves. They can just be like controlled in certain areas, and then other areas of their life, their health in particular, It's not enough boundaries on there. So maybe you need to refine your lifestyle. What do you need to do to bring into your life, Libra, that's going to bring more health and will? How do your day-to-day routines need to be refined in order for you to have the life that you want, or to have the health that you want? Whatever it is that you're striving for right now, refine your lifestyle. Also at work, it's something about at work, something needs to be refined. You maybe even need to call on the divine, get some divine help, Libra. Yeah. Libra's a masculine sign, even though Libras oftentimes are looked at as kind of like softies. It's actually a sort of tough sign. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Libras are a little tougher than we think. Um, and so I can imagine, the other thing about Libras, they stay up here. They s- Libras live up here in their head. If anybody needs the ground, it's a Libra. Okay. So I think that's important for Libras. Like, you need to make sure you're grounding down, Libra, and not just staying in your head. Okay. Trusting the divine, I think, is what I'm also focused on. So for Scorpios, this is your fifth house. And so for Scorpios, maybe you need to find more refinement in how you have fun, more refinement in how you express your gifts and talents. In trusting the universe, this is how you have been called to show up, Scorpio. Okay. Refinement regarding like your relationship with your children, or the children in your life, if you haven't given birth to children. um, Refining maybe like your dating standards, or who you're dating. It's like, no, I got to get this refined, because this was not a good experience. So I'm gonna just refine my dating process, or like I said, your dating standards. Or, maybe some Scorpios are in a relationship and you need more romance, and you want to work on making sure that, like, let go of whatever's not working in the romance area, bring in what is working in the romance area. But definitely Scorpios can be really intense. Scorpios need to have more fun. So I think that's important. And also to allow that channel, like this natural genius is being channeled through you, maybe refining that channeling process. For Sagittarius, this is in your fourth house. So something regarding home and family. Eileen is the notorious. My God, that cracks me up. Okay, I needed that pattern interrupt. Okay. So for Sagittarius, this is happening in the fourth house of Pisces for you. So this is about home and family and emotions. So maybe you need some refinement, you need some healing. That's something else that we can talk about, no matter what your sign is. Where do you need healing? For some of the Sages, it's in emotions. It's with regarding the ancestors. But maybe y'all need to do something about the home, or maybe just family relationships in general. I also will say, Sages, y'all have been about a new start. I think for the Sages, the Virgos, the Pisces, and Geminis, all of y'all have been in this place of new beginnings. And so it's important to make sure that, you don't just keep racing ahead, that you take that time to stop and look at, like, okay, where am I right now in this process? And allow yourself to get healed, get grounded, so that you're able to move forward. As the universe is yanking y'all, essentially. That's what's happening to the mutable signs and the fixed signs, to be honest with you. But you know what? The cardinal signs, it's your turn up next year. So get ready. This is one of the reasons why I do what I do. I'm trying to get us, I don't want us just to be thinking about today. The spiritual practice is about the future self, your future self, because what's coming down the pipeline, your future self is asking you to prepare today. And though it seems like we're here about what's going on today, we, our past selves prepared us, or ill prepared us for this moment. And so now it's incumbent upon us to prepare ourselves for what's to come. So I knew that I was going to be going through the the nodal return, or the nodes being in significant houses for me this year. I knew it was going to happen. And so I just prepared myself. I mentally prepared myself. And, when it feels hard, I just tell myself, you know what? You were born for such a time as this. This is your time for a reset. You gotta accept it. And I'm telling y'all, it seems like things are rough now, but I think it's so much more to come. And that's why we go through things like this. We say, thank you, Neptune, for the lesson with grace and ease, Neptune, with grace and ease. We thank you for retrograding so that we can go back and make sure we really picked up what we needed to pick up. So, what Capricorn do you need to be focusing on? Up here, your mind. Capricorn, you got to get healed up in your mind. Um, Capricorns are known for being a little bit negative, and it's your job. It's your job to be very sober and to be very practical and matter of fact. But that doesn't mean that you have to live with that all the time. And it is incumbent upon the Capricorns to make sure that you are taking care of your mind. So where your mental health practices, how can you refine those? Also connectivity in traveling. Are you traveling too much? Are you traveling and you're not super prepared, Capricorn? This actually is a house that has to do with day-to-day routines. This is the third house. And so it's like, well, how do you need to refine how you go about your day, dealing with people in your day? Do you need to refine the people who you connected to on a day-to-day basis too? Just like the Virgos. Um, Also, this has to do with business. What needs to be refined in business or learning for the Capricorns? Also for the the Cancerians. Is there some refinement that you need to do in what you've been learning in terms of are you in school? Are you in some big certification? What needs to be refined in that learning? Maybe you're done and you need to go back and revisit some of this stuff for the Capricorns and Cancerians. But that third house is definitely about the mind. Now, for the Aquariuses, this is happening in your second house. So definitely this has to do with self-care and looking at your self-worth and your value and what needs to be refined on how are you taking care of yourself, your values in general. What needs to be refined about your values in general? How do you need to allow the infinite wisdom of the universe to inform you regarding your stuff, your material possessions, your money? Maybe some of the Aquariuses need to be open to a financial blessing because, Aquariuses, y'all know the group that's up here, but you have Pisces on your second house. You have to be open to receiving money sometimes where it's just like, it seemed like it just kind of you know, just appeared, vaporized right here, materialized, I should say, right here, just came out of nowhere. Um, But definitely the second house has to do with possessions. Maybe you need to refine how you are making your money for the Aquariuses. And last but not least, Pisces. Mm-mm-mm. This is your planet. Takara said, guilty as a Capricorn. Oh, yeah, Capricorns. You want me to tell you something? I think it's just really important for Capricorns to make sure they give themselves some breaks. But Pisces, this has been a banner year for you because Jupiter has been in our sign. So Jupiter came into Pisces last year and then just came full on, just ran through Pisces at the top of this year and then moved into Aries around April. It's been a banner year for us. We have received the gift of a conjunction from Jupiter. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is about expansion. It's about having perspective. It's a fiery planet, and it's a planet where we can get something done. And Pisces is notorious for just being lost, for not getting stuff done. But that's not going to be us. Pisces, we're going to focus and we're going to take the gift of vision. We're going to take the gift of wisdom that has been imbued upon us and we're going to use it. So this Neptune retrograde is like, okay, let's go back And remember this infusion of wisdom that we received from Jupiter being in our house. And let's take our lives in a new direction. It's time for Pisces to not just be lost out at sea, but to understand it's some people in this world, they don't live on land, they live in the sea. I found out about them through my children. They don't live on earth, they live at sea. They have a whole different way, a whole different orientation for life, and I just feel like this is an opportunity for y'all to just accept your orientation, us to accept our orientation as people who actually we live out in the sea, but that doesn't mean we don't catch food. It doesn't mean that we don't have some system and order and boundaries in our lives. We'll have to find these people. I can't remember what the show was. I was fascinated. So when they come on land, they don't feel normal. They don't feel normal being grounded, but they jump in the water and they fish. They have a whole life that they live. And I think that's important for Pisces is to really like tell yourself, I'm gonna get something done. I'm gonna get something done. Okay, Sun square Jupiter, Venus square Jupiter. Okay, so apparently this is a Jupiterian week. It's a week of expansion. It's a week of expansion. Mars square sextile Saturn. So that's largely about that's largely about getting things done. It's like maybe at the top of this week we felt like we've had a lot of energy, but grounded energy to actually get things done and make some progress. And then Sun square. Let me bring up this other chart. Uh, I have to see the chart a lot of times in order for it to make full sense to me. So the sun is down here, square. Oh yeah, that's right. That was a part of our new moon. That was a part of our new moon. Sun square Jupiter. This is wrong. Venus square Jupiter. Venus is not squaring Jupiter. This is for today. I don't know. She had that wrong. That's not correct. So Sun square Jupiter is correct. And I talked about that in the new moon videos. But suffice it to say, that is a very activating sign energy. You'll feel like something has like pushed you, forced you. It feels jarring and a poke to get going. That's because Cancer is a sign of initiation and Aries is a sign of initiation. And so it'll feel like you're being poked and pushed to really get something going. Oh. So my question to you is, what are you being pushed to get started? Now, we do have several planets that are retrograde. Let's see here. Pluto is retrograde. Saturn is retrograde. Neptune is now retrograde. Is it retrograde? Hold on. That's why I have to be careful of just going with what I see on this calendar. It says Neptune retrograde, but on here it's oh, it's stationed. Okay. Yes. So it's about to go retrograde. It has that Neptune is stationed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 planets that are retrograde. No, I'm sorry, not 5. We have 3 planets. 1, 2, and 3. And then Jupiter, well, it's not retrograde yet. So we're sort of in retrograde time is my point. So maybe you need to restart something. So for me, I am restarting, bringing more structure into my day, into my business, into my health and wellness routine. So I would love to hear from you all. What are you needing to bring structure back to? All right, I'm going to turn on. Well, I really can't turn on a lot of music just because it's YouTube. But oh, I know what I can turn on. So tell me while I take this out. I'm going to stop the share. I just want to bring up just a little bit of music. I've learned through my certification. I might bring that picture up too. I put it in my newsletter, and I'm waiting for y'all to tell me what do you need to get started, or what are you restarting? While I wait to hear from you all, I'm gonna just get just a little bit of music going, because I've learned we got to have moments where we just kind of reset ourselves. What's one? I love this one right here. This is one of my favorite songs. I know where I went wrong, y'all. Yes, let me know. Let me know. I know I'm a little bit quiet, but I'm hoping that y'all are typing something in to let me know. What are y'all going to work on? It's important to say it. Oh, sorry. Sorry if that was loud. I don't know if oh, no, y'all can't hear it. Okay, good, because I hadn't put it in the thing yet. Okay. I know why y'all didn't hear the music. I got it. Boom, there we go. Bet y'all can hear that. Oh, so many little secrets, tips, and tricks. Tell me, is it too loud? Or do I need to take it up a little bit? Okay, to find your chart, go to astro.com. And you have to put in your date, time of birth, city, and state. If you don't know your time of birth, then you can find out where your sun is for sure, but don't go with that moon. And then I could always tell you about, maybe go with your Venus. That's what I typically say. If you don't know your time of birth, go with your sun and your Venus until you can get a reading and get more information. Because sometimes you have to get a reading to get that. Can y'all hear the music? Let me go back down to. Okay. All right, Eileen, I see you. Yeah, baby. Ooh, look, I told y'all we're gonna have a good time. We're not gonna be sitting around here serious all the time. Life is too short. They can act a monkey out there in the world if they want to. I'ma deal with them, and I'ma dance. Okay. Come on, y'all. Okay, good. Okay, let me go check out some of this. I just had to reset the energy a little bit. I'm like, oh my God, we got to have fun. I've heard someone else talk about going to Panama, though. I've heard someone else talk about going to Panama. Okay. Oh, your mom was born there. That is freaking cool. My great-grandparents migrated from Jamaica to Panama. All right, come on, shake it. Okay. My energy has been very low. However, the rain came, the storms came, and that allowed me to relax into a rest with reset mode energetically. I love that. Oh, Sharmika had a big cry this morning. Crying is good. Crying is good. It's therapeutic. Although when we cry when it doesn't feel good, it's no fun. But I'm happy to hear that, Sharmika. Send you a hug, Sharmika. Felicia, we had flash flooding in the area last night. Over 3 inches of rain. That's Alabama, girl, because I'm in Tennessee, so it's very similar. Very, very similar. Okay. Yeah, it's been rough. Natasha, I was crying uncontrollably on Saturday for hours. Aw. But is you feeling better now? Yes. So, I just really think that is necessary at times for that big purge. Um, it's so good for us to get that out because when it's just sitting in us, mm-mm-mm. No bueno, goddesses. No, no bueno. When it's just sitting in us, mm-mm-mm. Um, it's festers. Imagine that we don't take our trash out. I had just a little bit of food. It was just like stinking up my whole house. It was like that much. It was just a little bit. But it once it starts, decaying and stuff, it just makes the whole house stink. Just a little bit of food. Can you imagine if I never took my trash out? The accumulation of stench from all of just the little pieces would be horrendous. That's what we do when we just hold all the emotions on the inside. And y'all know I'm into tapping and energy medicine and all that. Yes, I agree, Eileen. Yes, Shamika, your moon is on the 20th degree. You definitely are somebody who I would say would benefit from opening yourself up to that divine guidance and wisdom to step into your power to manifest in the world. That's how I would say that. Okay. So you put in your time, date of birth, city and state, and you choose the chart, and you're going to see where your sun is. You already know where your sun is. You said you're a Capricorn, but if you don't have your time of birth, look for the Venus, and you can look down at the bottom. Let me pull this up. Why am I getting all these messages? It makes me nervous. Oh, okay. Cool. Wait a minute. What? Yes, I think that was my niece's mother letting me know something about my niece being home. Okay, Astro. I use Astro. I'm gonna go to the main website. That way you can just see how I go about selecting. So you go to astro.com and then you go here to chart and calculations. You go to extended chart and you put in your date and time of birth. I'm gonna see if I can bring up somebody anonymous. We'll do this one. And I like doing this one. If you have your time of birth, I like doing this one. Whole sign. And this is how you add yourself. And then you do click here to show chart. And then so I didn't have this person's time of birth. Let me see if I can go back. Oh, I could do it right here. Anonymous. Let's see if this one has a time of birth. No, these people don't have time of birth. I'm trying not to pull up anybody's charts because I didn't plan on coming on here. But if you had a time of birth, it would look a little bit different from this chart. But you just look to see where is the moon, where is the sun. Only if you have the time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then just look at your sun and your Venus for now. And then maybe you can get a reading and get more information on it. Good question. Yes. Does the degrees mean how sensitive those signs will be? Yes. So for instance, this person, we for sure know their sun is at 0 degrees of Scorpio. So if something is happening, honestly right before, but for sure 0 to 10 degrees or something like that. Each planet has like an amount that it will feel out from. So it doesn't have to be the exact degree, but if you want to know, okay, hold on. Let me see if I can pull somebody up and not be giving folks business. Uh Let me see, do I have Brandy's? Okay, I'm gonna bring up a celebrity. I looked at Brandy before. Oh, I didn't know, I didn't pull it down. But anywho, so this is what the chart looks like if you have the time of birth. And so, like for Brandy, what was I talking about? Pisces? Okay. So I know Brandy's had I bet you a few years ago, Brandy was going through it. But anywho, she doesn't have anything in Pisces. She doesn't have anything in Gemini. Okay. Here she has MC and Neptune in um Sag. And then over here, she has 17 degrees, 11 degrees. So she won't feel an exact hit from let me put this up here. So Neptune is right here. There's nothing at 20 something. There's nothing at 20 something degrees over here in Virgo. And what did I say? Like 24 to 30. She doesn't have anything from 24 to 30. Okay. But let me show you what she does have. What she does have is Saturn is it on the 24th degree? Is on the 24th degree. She has her sun at 22 degrees, which for Saturn, the sun might be feeling it. Even if the sun was at like 17 degrees, it might would be feeling it. But just for the purpose of this lesson, we're just going to use 2 degrees. So Saturn is at 24 degrees, which means that it's right there with Mercury. So if she had nothing at 24 or nothing in Aquarius, it would be igniting her 12th house. Um, Saturn would be igniting her 12th house. That would be bringing energy to it, but the intensity of it and to know the timing of it, that's when we look at the planets. When I'm looking at people's charts and I'm like, around this time, this is what you will be experiencing. I don't give super details because it's up to everybody to catch the energy and channel it as they wish. But I know when something's about to pop off. Something popping off with Brandy right now as we speak. So she has Saturn at right there at the same degree as her Mercury. See, Saturn over here under transit is at 24 degrees of Aquarius. Her natal Mercury is 24 degrees of Aquarius. Something is going on with Brandy. I can assure you that. She's getting a fresh new start of some sort. And I heard she was singing with her brother, which Mercury could be a sibling, to be honest with you. I don't even know. I don't watch stuff like that for the most part. I just so happened to see somebody who was complaining about verses took too long with Amarian or whatever his name is and somebody else. And Brandy was on the stage singing to kind of help him out when he wasn't on the stage singing. But anywho, okay, so when Saturn was at 22 degrees, something was going on with Brandy, especially it could be her career, right? And so, um, this, if you don't have anything at 24 degrees to 22 degrees or 24 degrees to 26 degrees in Aquarius, you'll be feeling something is going on, but it's not gonna be like what's going on with them. Like I'm looking at her chart like something going on with Brandy. Something is absolutely going on with Brandy. I don't have to know what it is. I'm telling you, Brandy got something going on because it's Saturn. She probably is like, I'm gonna have more structure in my life. I'm tired, or maybe she's like, I need to heal. I haven't been doing my spiritual practices, or I've been lazy about work, so I got to get up and do better with getting my, with what's going on with my career. I just don't keep up with her like that. So I don't know what it is, but I know it's something. So yes, the degrees will tell me when you going through or when you getting that blessing. So let me see. Do I see something that's a little bit blessed in here? Where's Jupiter? Jupiter is at 7 degrees. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you when Jupiter first moved into Aries in April, or was it May? I think it was April. Um, let me tell you something. Brandy was happy. Brandy was happy, honey. I can tell you, Brandy was feeling blessed and highly favored because she has a Jupiter here in a fire sign. This is fire supports fire, and that her Jupiter, her natal Jupiter, is at 1 degree. So when Jupiter came out of Pisces and went into Aries and was at 1 degree up to about, let me see, it was at 0 degrees, I should say, it was 0 up to about 3 degrees. Brandy was like feeling so blessed. She was feeling inspired. She may have been like, oh my gosh, all this money is, all these opportunities are coming my way. She may have felt like, I don't really know if this stuff is working out, but then all of a sudden it starts coming our way. And we know that because of the degrees. So once Jupiter moved past the third degree, Brandy was still feeling pretty good, but it was not as intense, maybe, you know? So like when I notice Jupiter transits, I'm all over those, especially if it's like a trine, is what this is called. When it's between the same element, it's a trine. I'm like, okay. Jupiter, thank you. I put my hands out. You know, it's like opportunities and blessings and good fortune. This is what I call living astrology. Okay. Very good question, Peg. Venus and Pisces at 25th degrees. Yes, your Venus is being transited by Neptune for sure. Okay. Deeza's refining her goals this week. Love it. And then you said all of a sudden it's pouring outside again. This Neptune is no joke. When a planet slows down to move forward, it is very its energy is very powerful. So I'm not surprised to hear about a lot of rain. In some places, we don't have a lot of rain here, but in some places. Okay, Gemini, yes, I have to work on improving my finances. Okay. Deeza said, my dad is a Cancer, been writing something for 40 years, just transferred it to me to be refined. Yes. It's astrology can tell you so much. Healing my womb, literally my emotions. Yes, not being overly sensitive. I love that, Natasha. And I know you're a Gemini, so Gemini's really been going through. Geminis and Sagittarius, y'all have had a lot of energy of, you may feel like life is like, get it together, or you're going to pay for this. I told you, get some rest. You didn't get no rest. This is what's about to happen to you. Or wherever you are not doing what you should be doing in your life. Yeah. I love that, Jamila. A lot of us are getting back to dance because Eileen mentioned dance earlier. Regular and consistent dance is so important. Okay, so Takara is self-discipline and structure is something I'm looking to restart. I love that. Eileen, I'm restructuring my daily activities, putting myself on a schedule. Beautiful. Yes. All of us are dancing. I agree, Natasha. Just get in front of that mirror and dance, baby, dance. Okay. Takara said I'd be trying to dance a little bit. You know, I do. I'm old school, baby. It's all about the wine for me, honey. Okay. I'm like, okay, when I'm really hitting it, I'm whining. Okay. Ah, yep. That's so good, Eileen. If you don't take out your trash, it will begin to affect your health. Boom. Yes. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay. So last little bit. Okay. We doing this. It is, I'm just gonna pull this up again just to kind of like do a little pattern interrupt for us. Working on my YouTube thumbnails. This is the goddess. I think I'm gonna call it the Inspired Goddess Morning Chat. What do y'all like better, circle or chat? Let me know. Okay. Composting so good, Felicia. So good. Okay, so I had started this inside the inner circle and it just didn't take off. So I'm gonna just take time. Okay, I guess I need to show y'all what I'm doing here. I guess I need to show y'all. This book is called A Happy Pocket Full of Money. It's by David Cameron Gikandi. He's out of Kenya. I'm assuming he's a millennial. I know he's a little bit younger than me, but he might be an older millennial. Um, but it's a book that I love. Okay, thank y'all for letting me know that. Circle, circle. Thank y'all. Okay, good, good, good. A Happy Pocket Full of Money. This is one of the most profound books that I ever read. It is a foundation to what I know and how I live my life, and um, what I what I share. Um, I'm gonna post this inside the Inspired Goddess community for anyone who wants to read this book. It's also, you can Google it and find a copy, to be honest with you. I found this book in the original version, and it's usually been free, there was paid products you could buy. Like, I have the CDs. I used to listen to these on a regular basis. You can find the audios on YouTube. I don't know why he created it like that, but it's just how it is. Um, but you do have to commit to reading this book. And you have to, because I know not everybody loved it, but there's a lot of good stuff in this book, and for me, it's about understanding quantum physics. It is about manifesting money, but it's more about understanding how to manifest in your life. And I just think like we need to remember that, because it's so many messages of disempowerment out there, that we need to understand, how does the universe actually work? Okay. Yes, it's on YouTube for the audio if you want to listen to it. Um, so let's just look at what this says. The science of getting rich. There's a science of getting rich, and it's an exact science like algebra or arithmetic. There are certain laws which govern the process of acquiring riches. And once these laws are learned and obeyed by anyone, they will get rich with mathematical certainty. And that is because so many of us have so many issues with money. Most people do not have a good relationship. Let me not say most. There are a lot of people out there who don't have a good relationship with money. And part of that actually stems from, how do we feel about ourselves? Remember I told you we're story makers, stories that we've told ourselves. And if you have a good money story, you should share this money story with other people, especially women sharing with women, and women of color sharing with women, each other. We have to begin to teach each other, how do we manifest. If you can get past money blocks and making money, and um, understanding laws and rules of manifestation, then you will manifest the relationships, the careers, the health, the body, the home. You will manifest what you want. Okay. So that's what this is really about. So I love that. To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to move forward, but I'm going to go with what I had highlighted when I was looking at this in the inner circle. One thing that I think is important. Oh, you want me to tell you another reason I brought this up? Is because, and I'm not going to talk about it today. I'll come back later this week and talk about it. But in next month, and they don't even have it on here, but next month, um, um, Uranus. So you can see Uranus in Taurus is very close to the North Node, and Mars is going to be there. Let me see if I can pull this up. This is really, really important, because it has to do with our financial system. And so many times, I just want to say, it's really interesting to me how much people um, speak stuff into existence. Because I can't tell you how long I've heard, people in the news like, We headed for a recession. Well, okay, so if you keep saying it, yeah, like, thank you for, like, really making this suggestion over and over and over again. But it really does look like, potentially there could be something going on. But you can see right here, Mars, the Uranus, and the North Node, they are all in Pisces right there together. This is like, I cannot overstate. I don't like to sound hyperbolic and I don't want to scare people, but this is big freaking energy. Okay. And it's anytime we see planets and points, because that's what the North Node is, all right there together, it's a new start. It's a new beginning. I was listening to Lotta talk about this today, and she was saying, like, the last time, first of all, the last time all three of them were here together in Taurus, maybe it was in the 1800s. No, it was before the 1800s. It was, she said it was during the time when Alexander the Great was doing what he was doing. And I don't know a lot about Alexander the Great, to be honest with y'all, but I do know, we know, sometimes I feel very conflicted about all this conquering BS. But anywho, we know what Alexander the Great did. And this is the last time they were together. And it did kick off a new way of the world operating and connecting with one another. But the last time they were together, like, she went back to like 2007, I think it was. And then before, like, one time when they were together, and it wasn't Mars there. It was the North Node and Uranus. I think they meet about every, I thought she said 16 years, or something like that. And like one time the iPhone took off. It was the iPhone and something else. Another time it was YouTube was born the last time they were together, because Uranus is about technology and advancements and progress. This is another reason why I know that we have major problems going on here in the United States, and it's really happening around the world, but I know what's going on here. But I think to myself, it's gonna get fixed. It's gonna get fixed. Some way, somehow. This is about the world, though. So it's really a time for people, when you see an opportunity come, you really and truly want to take advantage of it. But it's happening in Taurus. What does Taurus have to do with? It has to do with money. It has to do with food, because the goddess Courtney is here. So we got to talk about food and how some new advancements, something is kicking off, and it's gonna have to do with money. And maybe it's our new relationship. It's also values and what we value. Okay. And so I thought, you know what? We'll talk about a happy pocket full of money, because Taurus is lit up right now. We're supposed to be talking about money. So, but I love this book because of what it talks about with the what do you call it? Quantum physics. So, subatomic particles, we want to understand what is this universe made up of? Because when we are looking to make and effect changes in our lives, if we think it's from doing, which I fall into that all the time. Oh, I got to do this, do that, do this, produce, produce, produce. It's not that. We have to understand everything is energy. And there's an intelligence in the energy. It reads everything. When we hear about omniscience, it is the omniscience of the universe that reads. Not the omniscience, the omnipresence. We talk about the omnipresence of God, but let's look at it from, a quantum physics perspective. Omniscience is that we're all one just massive energy. We're just one big massive energy connected to this infinite pool of potential and possibility, and this infinite wisdom, is consciousness, is beingness. And even though we are perceiving ourselves in these bodies, make no mistake about it, this is like that stained glass. Like, what you see of me is like the stained glass. And the energy of the universe is shining through the stained glass and projecting me out here, and it's like a holograph. And there I am, and there you are, and there's all our physical manifestation, right? But how does it do it? Well, there's this whole thing of energy. I always kind of perceive it. It's all behind me. It's like this big bubble of energy, this mass of consciousness. And it's this connection to the infinite wisdom because the infinite wisdom set it all up. It was like, how am I gonna keep up with all these people? Well, I'm gonna just have to keep them all plugged into me, right? And actually, we are the infinite, but we're just gonna just imagine with the infinite, and then it's us. And so it's like, oh, I just got to keep up with what she's doing. This is one of the reasons why when I learned, how when we are raised up in religion and we're taught, we can make God happy or sad. I don't believe that. I just believe God is just like, I'm just reading energy. They get to pick and choose whatever their adventure is. Choose your adventure. And I can't care what they do. I'm just here to channel the energy. They are all powerful. They get to create whatever they want because the goal is to have a story and create it. Create your life through your stories. Okay, so reading energy, reading what's going on with her. All right. And then once the universe reads the energy, then it's like, okay, then the wisdom kicks off, the omniscience kicks off, the omnipotence kicks off, and it starts bringing things into manifestation. It's because we don't know this that we feel like life is just happenstance. It's just kind of happening to us. And so that's part of what this is talking about. Some atomic particles are made of energy. They are not made of energy. They are energy. You are one big chunk of energy. And so is everything else. Spirit and mind put this together, this energy into physical shape, the physical shape you are used to seeing. Yes. Okay, this is the last little part I'm gonna go over. Energy is the subatomic particles that in turn make up atoms, finally matter. This energy exists as waves spread out over space and time. Now, I love this part right here. This I have to really ponder on. I want y'all to tell me your thoughts. Only when you exercise observations do these waves become particles localized as a space time event. A particle at a particular time and place. As soon as you withdraw observation, they become a wave again. So, as you see your observation, your attention to something, and your intention literally creates that thing as a space time event. And this is why I say we are all responsible. If you see it, you contributed to it in some kind of way. And you can just choose to make different choices. And it's not about sticking your head in the sand. For me, ho'oponopono, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. If I see something like, it's like, ooh, okay, I see it. I'm a part of it just by witnessing it. When I'm out, like yesterday, I saw, I don't know, like it seemed like the dad was mad at the little kid or whatever. And I was just like, oh, I remember those days. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I witnessed it. I'm a part of it. I don't know what I contributed, but I witnessed it. So I'm a part of it. Hey, Keita May, welcome. We got the Mays in the house. Okay. We can read it together. Read it and come back and ask questions. Oh, Divine Feminine Energy. Is that the one by Abiola? Is that the one you're talking about? Eileen. Yes. Quick read, pack full of info. But y'all gotta understand Felicia reads like 200 books a week. No, I'm kidding. She reads a lot of books. Uh, yes, everything is energy. Our thoughts are energy. That concept helped me understand death. Hey, Keita May. So, yes. Okay. So I've been going for about 2 hours. So I'm going to go on ahead and get off. Yeah. Thank y'all for being here. I love our circles. Tell me what you are taking from today. I know Keita May just got here. I know you just got here, honey. But what are you taking with you to take into your week? I'm taking connection with you all. Um, yeah. Oh, okay. Angela Grace, divine feminine energy. Nice. Yeah, it's all about the divine feminine for me right now, too, Eileen. What are you taking with you out today into your week? I'm taking connection. Oh, okay. We're going into July. This is crazy. So the full moon circle, I'll call it a circle since we are liking this word circle. Y'all know I do the full moon circle here on the live. It's going to be on July 9th. And then we're going to have a new moon circle, which those are paid events. It's really, I like calling it a retreat, but maybe I'll call it a circle. But I do see it as a time to come and get your energy set and prepared for the new moon. That is going to be on, I'm pretty sure I'm choosing the 23rd. Yeah, because the next new moon is going to be in Leo. I'm so excited. I so love Leo. Okay, Kita. Alignment. Beautiful Felicia. Between the kids, aging, and translating books, I mostly read books I'm translating these days. I'm taking rebirth. Asheo. Eileen, I'm taking focus with me. Asheo. Walking in my truth and being aligned with, is that a Kylie? Beautiful Kita May. Takara, I'm taking positivity. I'm also working on understanding my natal chart. I'm going to give you this one. FA Astrology, I think they'll give you a report or something like that, Takara. I do readings, so if you want a reading, it would be extremely like laser focused and you can ask questions. So you could always go to my website, Goddess Body Mind Spirit. If you want a reading, I will look at your chart. I will answer your questions. I will help to explain some things. But it's always good to start out with these reports. Cora Allen, I'm taking energy. Jamila, wholeness, taking wholeness. That's right. I remember that now. I remember that, Kita. I love that. Love that. Yes. High five. And again, yeah, it does help me when y'all like my videos. I appreciate every like. Every day I sit down and I write down. I'm so grateful for everyone who likes the videos. I'm grateful for everybody who shows up for all the videos. So thank y'all so much. And let me see, do I have anything else that I want to tell y'all about? I'll be keeping y'all posted because I'm getting myself more organized in my business. Like some of y'all, I'm taking the focus. What information I need to perform a reading? Let me put so if you get a reading with me, first you can go to yeah, I knew what you meant. I even read it reading. Is that Cat Baloo? But go to my website, get a reading, and things that I need would be your date, time of birth, city and state of birth. And if you don't have the time of birth, I would need to know that. You know, if you're guessing at your birth time, I need to know that. But I use Oracle decks, and I use Oracle decks and intuition, and also your intuition. I like doing my readings live for the most part. I do some recorded readings, but I like, one of my astrology teachers was like, we should do them live, y'all, because then you can ask questions. And if we headed down the wrong direction, we're not going down, you know, we can get it together right away. But yeah, using even your own intuition and experience, it takes both of us to make that reading really work as I see it. Did I get rid of it? I said I'm going to start. This is for Kita. Kita May. I'm going to start at least once a month in my inner circle. I don't know. So also, if you join, you can check online. You can check this online, and you're welcome, Cat Baloo. This is the link that I just put in right here is for my my group, like where we meet outside of the live stream. And again, if y'all come in, I know it's like FOMO all the time online, but I like people to come in because you really want to be connected to the group and you want to participate, which maybe it's once a week, but I do want y'all to come in and be active. I don't want a bunch of lurkers because I want us to have conversations because we're so brilliant. But who was I talking to? Oh, inside of here, at least once a month, I want to like host a Zoom because we can't do stuff on YouTube where we just dance together. That's what we were talking about. Kita May. I guess she was looking back in the live stream somewhere. Thank you all so much again. I appreciate you. And we're good. We're really good. All right. Oh, thank y'all. Happy full moon. We're good. We're gonna be good. We always have been good. The ancestors, the mothers, the goddesses, the gods, the ancestral fathers, just the infinite power of the universe. It has us all, y'all. It has us all. All right. Love y'all. Take care. I'm headed out. Peace.